Hi, it's me again. I know, right? Day whatever. Turn that on to 0. Because we can't listen to my radio while I'm doing this. Get in trouble for copyright infringement. Silliness. Just the silliness of it all. Close my... Oh, man. Okay, so anyway. Got day 2 of my job today, of my work day. Day 2. And then tomorrow's my, oh my goodness, tomorrow's my Friday. Somebody put their garbage out for the city to pick up. And there's garbage all over the ground now because you just put your bags out with a sticker on it. It's so stupid. Okay. Bye. Love you. See you later. Bye, Pika. Bye, Sally. Be good puppies. Okay, love you. Bye. Oh, there's Bear. Oh, he's talking to me already. Hi. You doing? Oh my goodness sake. Did you have a nice sleep? Did you? Okay. You gonna be a good boy today? Are you gonna be good? Hey, Bear. Bear, you gonna be a good boy today? I'll see you later, okay? Be good puppies. Bye, Bubba. Bye. I don't know if I told you about what Bear looks like or not, but he's the pit bull with the hair. Okay. Anyway, I can't remember if I posted that video or I did not post that video. Get out of the way, starlings. Anyway, so today it's supposed to be nice out. It's overcast as all get out. Looks like it's going to rain again today. I'm watching a squirrel chase birds across the power line. That's interesting. But anyway, it looks like it looks like it's going to rain today, but according to what I was told weather-wise, it's supposed to be nice and sunny today in the 70s, like low 70s. I don't know. It is what it is, you know. But I asked about rain, and they said that there's no chance of rain today. Okay, you say so. And then what else? Oh, but I asked about Friday because I have to work tomorrow, so I'm off Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday. So I was like, well, what about Friday? You know, and they're like, oh, it's supposed to rain on Friday. What the hell? You know, my brother. Jeez, dude. Freaking headlights, man. Anyway, since my brother let us borrow his trailer, it has literally rained every day that we have the ability to move stuff from my other house into our new house. You know, that it's not a whole lot of stuff in the house wise. Out in the shop and stuff, there's you have your tools and other things, garage stuff and workshop stuff. That all has to be moved. But in the house, we don't have a whole lot left to move. Unfortunately, it's rained every single day that we were able to do anything, with the exception of one day, and we couldn't do anything because we had other things we had to do that was more precedent to take care of than moving stuff. And it's like, I guess I could take the truck over and get some of the stuff, maybe like the smaller things. I guess whenever I go over there, I I could get like some of the pick. God dang. You know what I hate following behind? Diesel trucks. The vehicle in front of me is choking the piss out of me. It stinks to no end. Their exhaust is awful. What the hell? It smells. Drive, dude. You smell horrifying. You're fumigating me to death. But anyway, I'm just gonna cycle my stuff in there. But anyway, I guess I could get stuff, you know, like paintings and things like that. But then there's a part of me that's like, I don't want to bring all that stuff over to the house because I don't have my house set up the way I really want it set up yet. So I don't know if I want to, you know, and I don't want to go to all the trouble hanging my pictures on the walls and stuff and then turn around and it's burning my eyes. That's how bad this is. He must have one heck of an exhaust leak. It's bad. He's driving a dually. GMC Sierra dually. Of course, we have the Caravan of Twitville driving in front. The speed limit's 55. We're going 40. Just so you know. Because we're all waiting in line with the dome. I can't deal with these people anymore. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's just crazy. But anyway, oh, we're going to speed up now? Nope. I thought we were speeding up. I guess we're not. I guess the vehicle in the very, very front's being ran with a rubber band. You know, you can get those airplanes or whatever, you twist the rubber band, and then you throw it in for a little while until the rubber band wears out of whatever. Yeah, that. Can I please pass these people? Come on, dude. If you're passing, go. What are we doing? God dang. We're going to get in an accident because these people are so stupid. Golly. So anyway, and the guy in front of me in the diesel threw rocks all over my car because that's what he does. Because he's blew black smoke all over my vehicle, all because he's mad at the vehicle in front of him. So I get to pay the penance of his inadequate dick, I guess. He's compensating. It's compensation stuff. So anyway, I just lost track of what I was talking about. I wish I could rewind things sometimes so I could get right back where I was at. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can. Sometimes I'll sit here and ramble on until I run into, oh yeah, that's right, what I was talking about. But anyway, I don't know what I was talking about anymore. And Melody, you'll comment, go like, oh, this is what you were talking about. And I'll have to laugh because I don't remember anything. Oh, the rubber band thing. Anyway, so, yeah. You ever play with those planes that do that? You wind it up. Well, anyway, that's probably apparently what that guy was. That's that guy's vehicle. It runs on a rubber band. You can spin it up, and then let it go, and he goes, drives the speed limit. And then when it runs out, he's like not doing the speed limit, so he's spinning, so he can drive up to the speed limit again. Yeah. Off topic. I was told, you know, you can wear jeans to work right now this time of year. I'm like, yeah, I know. But I'm not a big fan of wearing jeans. I mean, in the wintertime, that'd be great. I'd love to wear jeans every single day if I could, over dress pants and things like that. In the summertime, I prefer wearing my dress pants because they're thin. They're thin and they're not hot and all that stuff. But in the winter time, I don't want to wear thin pants and things like that because it's cold outside. I don't know. There's some, I don't know. That's just me though. I mean, I'd rather wear capris to work this time of year. Well, not necessarily right now. It's kind of chilly out. It's 51. But I'd rather wear capris this time of year than jeans. Yeah. I don't know why we can't wear capris. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just work there. I just don't. Oh, come on. Is it closed for real right now, or what? This is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. How do I know if the road is actually closed? It says it's closed, but it's not blocking. And it's not saying detour here or nothing like that. So, how do I know? I don't know where the hell I'm going. Am I supposed to turn there? I don't freaking know nothing. This is frustrating the piss out of me. Am I not supposed to go this way? It doesn't say anything. I don't friggin' know. I'll tell you about another thing about this place. They don't tell you nothing. They tell you nothing. There's no rhyme, reason, or nothing. Is it closed? Or yes, it's closed. Okay. So you wait until now. This is the dumbest shit. And where's the detour? Where's a effing detour sign? The detour. You pieces of garbage. There's no detour? Where's the frickin' detour? How do you get the hell out of here? This is the shit that makes me mad. How do you know where anything is? I'm gonna be late for work because nobody knows how to put anything anywhere, how to get anywhere. This is ridiculous. Where do you go? This is ignorant. I'm confused as all get out. No detour sign, nothing. No detour sign. No signage for detours or anything. This is how completely ignorant Knox County, Indiana is. Just so you know, this is the ignorance that we get to deal with here. Complete, utter stupidity. And then they want to complain because people's mad and have words. Well, my gosh. Of course we're mad when we have words. You don't post anything for anything. It's stupid. And then you gotta drive 50 miles out of your dumb way to go anywhere. I literally have to drive out of my way to backtrack to my job now. Because they don't know how to post anything. Oh, here's the detour sign. Are you kidding me? Are you literally kidding me? Wow. What a lovely thing. I drive around, if I didn't know my way around, if you weren't from here and you were driving through this road, down the street, you were wanting to go where you're wanting to go, and it tells you to take 67 to 41, okay? And and then you come up to a thing that says road closed, and you're going, huh? So you drive it on up, you know, because you're like, well, it's a closed up such and such, it's good, there'll be a detour sign, right? No. So you drive, and now you do what I did. Well, I know the back roads here, and I didn't know for sure if they were having it, because yesterday I drove through and it had signages up that it was going to be closed, but they weren't uncovered. Does that make sense? So I didn't know if it was going to be uncovered today, tomorrow, what, nobody. But of course, nobody tells anybody anything anymore these days. Everybody just, you know, and their big thing is, oh, put it on Facebook. Well, if you're not part of certain Facebook groups, you don't find anything out. And personally, I don't want to be part of every group in the area. Like, I don't want to be a part of all Knox County groups, because not all Knox County groups are created equal, and I don't want to be a part of it. So, like, there's a lot of people on some of these, and if you become in their group, then they have access to know your Facebook page, and then you have that fun. So, some of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of, I don't post anything on them. I just kind of read them. And if there's somebody on there that's posting something that I'm interested in, or I want to say something about it, or ask them a question about it, you know, whatever it is, like if they're selling something, or they're telling me about, or telling us about some kind of an event or whatever, then I private message that person that posted it, and I ask them more questions that way. I do not post on there, because, oh my gosh, people are crazy. Yep. Super crazy. Yeah, I'm late for work already. I am already late for work. I'd already be at work. Like, not already be at work, but I'd already be halfway through Vincent's by now. But no. Heck no. Anyway, yeah, they don't give you any information. Nothing. There's nothing. Nothing. Used to, whenever you're driving down the road, and there's going to be a closing, it would say, you know, especially the town beforehand, it would say that, you know, detour, and, well, like in our situation, Bicknell, okay, so just outside of Bicknell, heading towards Bruceville, you know, like you're going to go to Vincent's, it would say that bridge closed in Bruceville, detour on 550 to 67. I mean to 41. 67 detour, you know, kind of thing. But they don't post none of that anymore. I guess I could have went, but I don't know how fast these people are driving. And the fun fact of that is that you don't even, I mean, it's a straightaway, but that can be very deceiving too. But anyway, yeah. So now I have to drive 10 miles. I'm 12 miles from Vincent's in Bicknell. 12. I'm now 10 miles away from Vincent's. I didn't drive 2 miles. I've driven way more than 2 miles. It's ignorant. Ignorant. Anyway, I'd already be at work right now. I would already be there. I'm so upset. I'm calm, but I'm upset. And I'm frustrated with their stupidity. Like, yours Detours South 67. Yeah, now you tell me. What? Lord of mercy. Way out here, 10 miles from 67, basically. Oh my God, just don't even. Holy heck. Anyway. What? What did they bump into? Yeah, that's what I want to ride. The YMCA Go van. It's dented to hell and back everywhere. Fender missing. Oh my God. Yep. That seems like a great travel. All banged up and beat up. That's hilarious. Anyway, I look into woods and I'm like, oh, that'd be a neat place to put a house back in there. That'd be so neat because you're like covered around with the woods and stuff. It'd be like, feel so like guarded by the woods and stuff like that. People can't see your house and all these things, right? And like, yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. And then I think about, all the places I've lived and where we've had trees and no trees and whatnot. Place that we've moved to that we had to have trees cut down because they were too close to the house. And then I think about what the insurance is on houses and things. Did I tell you that if you're going to watch my channel, you're going to live in the world with my brain of the ADHD person? Because it's constant all the time. I was telling my mom last night, I was like, sometimes I wish I could just pause my brain, just shut it off. I wish my brain would just shut off. And I could just shut it off. I mean, and some people I say that and they'll think, what? And I'm like, I don't want to, they'll go, you don't want to live? And I'm like, no, what? No, that ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying that I want to be able to just shut it down. Like, remember tape recorders, and you can hit pause, so you have a record, you push the record and play it, so it'll record your music off the radio, but you hit pause whenever the ad starts, so you don't have the ads, and then you spend your time trying to rewind and push play until you get right before the ad starts, so you can hit record, play, pause, so that, you can start right there. Well, you hit that pause button, and it just sits in limbo until you hit the pause button again so that it can record the radio. Well, anyway, I wish I had a pause button for my brain. Not all of my brain, just part of my brain. I would like to have a pause button to shut off all the background noise. That's what I would like. That'd be fabulous. That'd be the best. And that way, because my brain, it's doing it right now. There's a lot going on in my head that I don't want to deal with. And so my normal brain, I'm trying to figure out how to put this. Okay, so my normal brain, where you have common sense and you problem solve and all that part of my brain, I'm very intelligent. That talent, I have talent. I'm intelligent. I'm a critical thinker. All these things, right? There's a part of me that's that inside my brain, and that part of me is okay. But there's a part of my brain that's going all over the damn place, okay? All the time. And it throws stuff out there. You know how people say don't let certain things live in your brain rent free. Okay. Well, most people, there's a lot of people out there that have that ability. I don't have that ability. Yes, I do. But my other part of my brain does not. That's the part of the brain that's like, oh, you can't live in her brain rent free, but you can live in this part of her brain rent free. We're glad to have you. Come on in. The water's fine kind of thing. And somebody lost their umbrella. And so anyway, that part of my brain continually thinks about why was the banana, why are the bananas each 20 cents a piece now? How come they're not just by the pound? Why are they selling bananas each? Is it cheaper to buy it by the each, or is it cheaper to buy it by the pound? How many 20-cent bananas can I get that makes it worth the pound weight? What would the pound weight be if it was pound weight? That's what goes on in my head. Useless information. If the bananas are 20 cents a piece and you want frickin' bananas, then you're going to pay 20 cents a piece for them, right? Right. So into discussion. Who the hell? Who cares? Do I find it weird? Yeah. For a minute, I thought it was kind of strange. But for the most part, I don't care. It doesn't affect my life. It doesn't change. Ouch. It doesn't change my way of life, or my way of paying my bills, or the way I cook my meals, or the way I take a shower, or do my hair, or anything. It doesn't do anything. So anyway, oh my gosh, now I got stoplights. So anyway, but there's so many other things it does. It's like it talks about all this stuff goes on in my head. So it's like all this useless information rolling around in my head that does nothing. Stuff that I can just compartmentalize and get rid of. That would be good. That would be great. But anyway, so get rid of those. That would be nice. So basically what I'm wanting to do is pause that part of my brain. Just for a minute. Just for a minute so I can go and have dead silence. Just silence. That'd be great. But the whole time I did that, my brain's talking about other crap in my head that I don't need. For whatever reason. Anyway, yeah, so there's that. And, it'd be great if I could just do that. Just shut that down. It'd be nice to be able to do that, but I can't. And it's like, and then they were like, well, they have medication for that. Okay, well, my son has the same situation, okay? And my son and I talk about this a lot. And I never medicated him as a child because I don't feel like children deserve to be medicated. I think there's a way you can focus on your child. There's a way you can learn your child and help your child without copping out with medication. Now, I know there are people out there that they don't have that quality ability to do because their situation is different and they need to have medication for their children. There are those. I'm not saying that they don't exist, but what I was talking about is my situation, and there's many others like me that have the ability to focus and figure out what would work best for your child. My son, his ADHD, all he needed was refocusing. So, but it was a consistent refocusing. You can't just try it one time and then it works all day. It has to be, redundant, constant, over and over and over again, until, and they'll say, well, how long do you do it? Until it works. And so what would happen was, like, he's in class, you need to move him to a location where it's easier for you to engage with him on the refocusing. So you can't have him in the back of the classroom, because then that means you have to walk across the classroom to refocus him. You want him up closer to front. Now, if you're one of the teachers that just stay up front and talk, then you want him up front. But if you're a teacher that kind of moves around a little bit, you will want him like up toward the front or in the middle area where you can go around, whatever while you're talking. Well, this was taught to me by one of his teachers. I love her to death. Her name was Mrs. Hunter. I think she's married now, so I don't know what her last name is now. But her name was Mrs. Hunter, and she was the world's best teacher, in my opinion. She helped him with my son. And she told me, whatever I do, don't medicate my child, because he doesn't need it. He just needs focus. I'm like, okay. And she's the one that told me that he likes to draw, and just because he's drawing doesn't mean he's not listening. That's his way of shutting down his thoughts, or containing his own. It's his own self-containment system. He has his own. He's learning his own body and his own way of thinking. So, that thing. He's adapting and overcoming on his own, but he needs help. So what it was all I had to do was touch him on his shoulder. That was it. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you're talking to him and he doesn't look like he's paying attention, if you just touch him on the shoulder and go, so Michael, and you touch him, you use his name, and you touch him, it pulls him right back, and he snaps back into where he's at, and he can focus on you and then answer your question. Then you ask him the question. You don't ask the question and then touch him. You touch him, say Michael, and then say, what's 2 + 2? On the 2. Our problem today is 2 + 2. Do you know the answer, kind of thing. And then, my eyes watering to beat the band. But anyway, it was that easy for him. Now, not all children are that way. Not all kids are that way. He was. So that's why she said, you don't need that. And let him draw. Let him doodle. Give him a notebook. Let him do it. Let him have that. Because that's his coping mechanism. That's the thing that helps him stay focused. He's adapting to his situation. He's not ignoring you. He's not trying to belittle what you're talking about or whatever. And you know what's funny? It's like, after that time in that classroom, and then we moved to a different city, or a different place, and he went to a different school. Then he got a hyperactive teacher that wasn't medicated, and she wasn't treated. She was wild like I am, wild in her problems, and they weren't a good fit, but they wanted him to retake 3rd grade, and I'm like, that ain't gonna happen. So anyway, my son ain't stupid, and he's not broken. He's he needs focus, and he's fine. Well, anyway, but we let him go ahead and go to the next grade. He tested that he was fine. So anyway, he became honor roll student, and this is my child that supposedly needed medicated. This is the child that's works at the Pentagon, and yeah, so whatever, booyah, that's how I see it. But I talked to him, and he told me, Mom, don't do it, don't medicate yourself, because he decided as an adult to get medicated, and he goes, Mom, don't do it, it messes with your head too much. He goes, it doesn't help, it makes things worse in its own way. So that's where I'm leaving it, because I'm at work. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. Bye. See you. Bye. Bye-bye.